What is up and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Worth a Watch with me, Anthony Flores. This is going to be my double feature review for the movies Action Point and Upgrade. First up, we'll talk Action Point. Johnny Knoxville, talented guy, knows how to hurt himself with not dying. Jackass has been a part of our lives for the better part of almost 2.5 decades. It was funny then, it can kind of be funny now. Bad Grandpa wasn't too bad. This, however, is mediocre. Really mediocre. It's so bland in terms of the story that why did they even bother? There's just something about this movie that just felt like they just didn't try. There's really nothing to say. I don't even want to make this a redundant review with this because it's so... the biggest problem too is they showed every stunt in the damn trailer. They marketed this movie as like a Jackass type movie, but that happens to take place in a park, in a theme park. But you show all the good shit in the trailer, so why the fuck do marketing people think that's a good idea? Main plot points, every joke, every punchline. Don't do it to marketing people. Just don't. I laughed pretty hard the first time I saw the trailer, and when the parts came up in the film, I got nothing. It's just, Johnny Knoxville tried, and yeah, God bless him. He hurts himself to the point of almost dying every time, but that doesn't mean anything after a while, especially when you just don't care for story or anything. Make a mindless, over-the-top, crazy film like Jackass, or don't. Don't try to meet somewhere in the middle, and when that middle is so middlingly mediocre, and there's too many M words here. The point is, wait for Netflix if you even want to bother, but I'd say, you forget about 80% of this movie the second you get out of the theaters, so it's a bummer, but I would have rather have seen Jackass 4. And now we segue to a much better movie, and that is Upgrade. It's essentially like a reverse RoboCop. That's the best way to describe this movie. But I don't want to give anything away. I will just say this. The way you see things set up in the trailer, that's as far as I'll go to reveal any form of story. Logan Marshall Green is the main character we follow throughout this film. He is unfortunately gunned down along with his wife, but his spine was the thing that got, completely obliterated to the point where he became a quadriplegic. And you see that, and you feel so bad for the guy, and you see him suffer, and you see the pain and struggle. But then there is a businessman, a young businessman that comes into the picture, and he gives him this option of possibly inserting this technology into his spine so he can regain mobility again. And of course, being hesitant because that's his character. He just hates all forms of technology. Whether it's the fancy phone stuff or the self-driving cars. When he was reluctant to accept this possibility, but he took it anyway, because there are moments where you see, things get really dark really fast because of his situation. He takes on the opportunity, and then this system called STEM is inserted into his spine surgically, and from there, it's a system that learns and it grows to help him out to the point where it talks to him. And we've seen technology like this before. But from what ends up happening and the journey you take with Logan Marshall Green's character, oh man, this is one adrenaline-fueled ride. And the biggest thing that I can say outside of the performance from Logan Marshall Green is Lee Winnell's direction and writing. This is such a smartly written sci-fi action film and it's superbly directed. The movements, the swift movements of camera motions. Very few directors give a shit enough to make these nice little niche movements and special motions, and along with the choreography of the action, that I was speechless. I was just having such a fun time. My jaw dropped a few times with some of the action moments in this. The last person that's ever done that is like somebody like Edgar Wright. With movies like this, they come along so rarely. It's one of my favorites of the year. See it in the theater if you can. If not, definitely rent it, buy it on Blu-ray or DVD. Whatever. The point is, see it. Somehow, some way, see it. It's just a damn great film that shouldn't be missed. And what a difference going from Action Point to this. But Upgrade is a damn great film. Action Point, sadly, is just a mediocre mess of a movie. Either way, those are my thoughts on both of those movie films. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that other good stuff in between. And feel free to comment below with your thoughts on either film. I'm Anthony Flores with Worth a Watch. And keep going to the movies.